Greetings and welcome back to Passive Income, the Side Hustles. So what are the side hustles? That's the focus of this channel, is to introduce you to all the different ways that you can use to, make money online. You can be totally an affiliate marketer, and maybe you focus solely on Walmart, or maybe solely on Amazon, or maybe some other sales site. Maybe you're going to just do ClickBank if you only want to make a few $100s a day. Or maybe you want to do affiliate marketing direct with a supplier or a manufacturer. Or maybe you want to do YouTube channels or do Facebook channels. Or maybe you want to, do TikTok or, any other platform of social media. Can be used by itself or together with your other accounts, to make some really nice income, put you in a position to quit your job, and then your side hustle becomes your main, gig. So what are we going to talk about here today? Side hustle is TikTok. This is how to grow a TikTok following, and this is video 2 of 2. So you should watch 1 first. I'm going to give you a brief covering of what we talked about in video number 1. So TikTok, how to grow a TikTok following based on recommendations from 2022 TikTokers with 100,000 followers. So these are some people who, are pretty significant TikTokers, not the biggest in the world. Hard to get the biggest TikTokers in the world to put anything together in the education realm, because they're just too focused on making money, and they do a really good job of doing that. So let's take a look at some of these. So in video 1, we went over these. So I'm just going to show you what they are right now. So this is a TikToker or a TikTok advisor, person A, and this is what they said you need to do to grow a good TikTok following. This is advisor number B, advisor B. And, some of these things they get to be similar. They get to be to where like maybe 50% of them are repetitive. Everybody says the same thing on maybe 50% of them. C, this is what you can pause these and look at them if you want, but I've already discussed these in video 1. This is D. So all these people have some pretty good ideas. It's just they're not necessarily designed for the new TikTok user. A lot of them, are with a pretty advanced TikToker already, what you can do to grow your channel. And this is E here. And this is F. And this is G. Pretty simple one here. Analyze trends, immerse yourself in the platform, learn everything you can, and study analytics. And then here's H, a little bit longer list, and there's one more. And this I here is kind of focused on, going viral, making TikTok videos that go viral. But still some of the same ideas, what you should do to grow your channel. So here's a summary that I put together. So I sorted this into 2 slides. And this slide here is the first one. And this is basically things you can keep in mind and try to hit on some of these points as a new TikToker. So this would be not necessarily a beginner's list, but a list of things that you want to check out as a new TikToker. You don't have to focus on all this stuff to begin with. Just get your media out there and see what happens. But these are some things that you should hit first. And then this is a summary of things where maybe you can start doing some of this stuff after you're pretty well established and you have it down pat, that you can put out, 1 or 2 or 3 videos a day as a TikToker. They don't take very long to make, So you can put out more TikTok videos than you can YouTube videos, because YouTube videos are, tend to be, 12 to 20 minutes or so. And TikTok can be really, really short. Just get your point across. So I'm going to start talking about some of these in detail. So I put some of these together here. Identify your target audience, create content for your target audience, post high quality and in-demand content, use hot trending songs, very important. TikTokers all, there tends to be like 1 or 2 or 3 songs that dominate all the new TikTok videos. And if it's something, like doing a challenge, they might all use the same music. And post original content often, like at least once a day. So let's talk about this for a minute. So identify your target audience. This is kind of similar to maybe you're, a musician or a vocalist, or, vocalists are musicians. Maybe you're a member of a band and you're, rock or alternative or, any kind of music, hip hop, whatever. You put out some music and then you intend to, just make it your style, but you don't know for sure until you put the music out there who your audience is going to be, who's going to, like your stuff. So a lot of times when a new act puts out, some music and it gets downloaded a lot and gets some notoriety, a lot of times the people who are actually the fans of your music aren't people that you thought would be. So it's kind of like this in a way. When you put out something there, you might, maybe, for example, okay, well, let's talk about these. Let's talk about the first one first. Car insurance agency in Miami, Florida. So let's say you're that. And you want to start growing your business using TikTok, because you haven't used TikTok yet. Maybe you put ads in Facebook, and maybe that's going pretty well, but you want to see if you can do something in TikTok, because it's a really rapidly growing social media platform, and are not as highly regulatory. A lot of your stuff isn't going to get, banned or, just identified by some kind of bot. So, you're a car insurance agency and you're going to try TikTok. Chances are you already know, who your target audience is. They would be people who drive cars in Miami, Florida. Okay. So you don't really want to create content that's going to be followed by, preteens or, junior high kids, because they're not driving. So you know how to focus that. And what you should do is kind of, see what your competitors are doing. So you might be getting into TikTok. Maybe you're only the 4th car insurance agency, not car insurance companies. Maybe they're already doing it everywhere. But as far as a car insurance agency, maybe you're one of the early adopters in the Miami, Florida area. So maybe what you should do is check and see what your competition is doing, what other successful people are doing, like in Southern California or something. So pick another area, see what they're doing, and kind of mimic them. It probably wouldn't be a good idea to mimic people in your own area. People would recognize you as someone copying their content. So, but what if you just want to be an influencer? So this is kind of like the rock band or the pop band. You put out music and you don't really know who your audience is. So maybe I just, in studying some of this stuff, I don't know, this was a couple weeks ago, I'm trying to remember. There was I think a freshman, I think she's a freshman, or maybe she's a sophomore at LSU. And she became kind of famous on the LSU, that, by the way, would be Louisiana State University. The people that won the national championship in football a few years ago. So she's an LSU student, and she is gaining a lot of notoriety on campus for being one of the top influencers for TikTok. And that's because I think I don't know, I forget what it was. She hit 100,000 or she hit 1 million followers. And that's pretty awesome. So a lot of people on campus know her now. Now, she put out content. Let's say she puts out content hoping to be an influencer for college kids. Okay, and the people in LSU are going crazy because they like her content. But overall, since she has 1 million subscribers, 1 million followers, maybe college kids aren't her top following. So she should do some studying, and I'm sure she has, to see who her people are. Who the people are who are following her and commenting on and sharing her content. Maybe, just maybe, it's not college students. Maybe it's junior high girls. So when you put out content like that and you do the analytics and you find out who's following you, who are the people that are helping you build wealth, and you find out that it's junior high girls, you think, well, I could do two things here. I could do a variety of things, but two of the choices would be maybe I should alter my content a little bit to try to get more college students involved, or maybe I'm just, I'm a pretty good role model for junior high girls, and maybe I should just focus on that because, how many college girls are, really good role models and good TikTokers for junior high girls? So, you put content out there and then you find out who your audience is, and then you think, well, probably the best thing for you to do in most cases is to find out who most of your followers are and target that, with future content. That doesn't mean you have to, open doors to be a TikTok artist. You can go on doing what you're doing, but kind of keep in mind that you want to gear it a little bit to be a role model for junior high girls because they're the ones that are making all your money for you. So these top 5 categories here are all kind of like, identify your target audience, create content for your target audience, post high quality and in-demand content, use hot trending songs, and post original content and post it often. So this is, these are things that you definitely want to do, whether you're a car insurance agency or whether you just want to be a top TikTok influencer. Then, just make sure you get all these things to start with. Okay, so these are 5 things that I kind of categorized together based on the previous bunch of lists that we just saw. So how is it that you would go about finding out who your audience is, who the people are that are following you? You need tools to do that. There's a lot of apps for TikTok out there, and you should identify something that's good for what you're doing. And I'm not intending here to go over all of these, and these are not all the points that each one of these list. These are kind of things that make them unique, and then they kind of all do the same thing. So, all of these tools will be able to tell you, what time is, you're getting the biggest response from. So that'll tell you what time to post things. They'll tell you, what age group is replying the most or responding the most to your content. All of them will do the basic stuff like that. But then there's other things like the last one here, Social Insider, create side-by-side comparisons. So if you want to compare 2 different ad campaigns that you're thinking about running, or if you're just a social influencer who just wants to grow, you can still create side-by-side comparisons, but they're not ad campaigns. They're 2 different approaches to gaining more subscribers. So there's, whatever your niche is and whoever your target audience is, that should determine which one of these tools would be the most beneficial for you. And just Google it. Just say, I want to be a top, college age, university student influencer. What's the best tool to use to analyze my analytics? And probably you'll get some, good quality information. So here's the next group of points that I want to talk about. Use good lighting and good sound. Engage with TikTok content. Engage means follow the people that are posting things that are in your niche that are doing really well, and engage with them by, sharing and liking and commenting on their stuff. Identify and use hot hashtags. Definitely, you might want to use a tool to find out, what the hot hashtags are, because if you copy the hot hashtags from one video, you're not getting everything. Use hashtags, study competitors in your niche. Join and follow trends. So, that's, something that you should always do. So whatever's the hot trend of the day, follow it. So, TikTok is all about trends. Call to action, CTA. So at the end of your video, or display something, give your followers something to do, some kind of call to action. Give them a link to click on, or at least point them to your channels so they can see other content from you. Use TikTok features and new features. So TikTok is adding features all the time, and they add features based on demand from their users, and they add features so that they can make more money. But you want to, that's just like being trendy. When they come out with new features, use them if if they apply to you, and post at the right time. But keep in mind, the right time varies a lot according to your niche, and you can use analytics to figure that out. So on the right, I'll explain a few of these things. Light and sound. So a lot of people, when they're starting out, the quality of a smartphone as far as video is pretty good usually. Just if you're recording in a well-lit place, if TikTok videos, if the more you watch them, the more you see where the places are. A lot of people use a hallway to record a video. Hallway at home, hallway in a dorm, hallway at school. Hallways are popular places. You have a lot of room to move back and forth. And if you use a smartphone, you can have somebody hold it for you, or you can set it up on a little tripod, or anything really. Suction cup that sticks to the wall. There's a lot of things you can do to hold up a smartphone. They don't weigh very much. But use, at least use a lavalier or lapel mic. They only cost, maybe $30. They're not a very big investment. You can find, high quality microphones. I just, I have 3 lavalier microphones, 2 Audio-Technica and 1, what is it? I forget. Yeah, I can't remember what it is, but it's a pretty, hot name. It's a pretty hot brand right now as far as social media goes. So, and I have one dedicated to being in my kitchen. And another one I keep up, I have a loft studio. I've just been building my studio, so it has all kinds of professional lighting and video equipment and stuff like that. So I keep one up there just for doing tests and, testing lighting and seeing what I'm doing. I just changed a bulb, and I, just want to see the results for backup lighting, or, rear lighting, hair lighting, whatever you want to call it. And for, your main source of light, and maybe reflectors and stuff like that. You can't always tell on the video from watching it what you're doing, so it's nice. Instead of using my big Nikon camera, sometimes I'll just use a smartphone and talk about lighting with a lavalier mic. It's just a lot easier. I don't have to power up the whole study to do that. So at least you can't depend on the audio quality from your smartphone unless you're speaking right into it, and even then it's not very good. So always at least use a lapel mic. And if you get an adapter to put a lapel mic on, you can usually go with a higher quality mic. Probably there's no reason to spend more than $100 for a microphone for doing TikTok videos. Just high quality sound is just as important as high quality video. But you can start out with a smartphone, and the video quality will be good enough, but you have to improve the sound quality. And as far as hashtags go, you can start out by looking at what your competitors are doing, but the most important thing here is to use analytics, and you can use analytics on your competitors too. So just, pick one of these tools that I had on the previous page for whatever goes best with your niche, whatever you need the most. We used an example of a car insurance agency, and then somebody just wants to be a social media star. Two completely different things and two completely different concepts as far as hashtags go. Trends, be trendy in everything. Music, your style, the way you talk, the way you convey yourself, whatever your niche is, whatever the hot trends are, TikTok is a trendy thing. That's the primary way to describe it, is trends. So, be trendy in everything. Call to action, yes, promote yourself. Give them a call to action to, something to click on at the bottom where they can, at least go to see some of your other content. And features, like I said, they should be treated like trends. When TikTok comes out with a new feature, it's because they feel like they need it, because customers are asking for it. So, take advantage of that. Be one of the early adoptees of new features. And posting times, they're very important, but they vary crazily, depending on your niche. So if you're going to post things that are, financially related, investment related, that's a hot niche. Do that, early in the morning. Just look up your niche and find out what the best posting times are for. Just Google that, and that should give you, a good enough answer. So here's another group of things on the right side of the page. This is, from a few screens ago. This is my first summary page at the right side. So engage with content that complements your brand. So by engaging, we mean follow somebody else, follow the content, share the content, comment on it, do anything you can to engage and stay engaged with, content that, does you some good. Cross promote, Facebook, YouTube, whatever social media platforms you use, you could be starting out with TikTok, but it's likely that you have other things because Facebook goes back further than TikTok does. So, cross promote, use your TikTok to promote your Facebook and use your Facebook to promote your TikTok. And, everything's related here. So wherever you're making most of your income, promote that site the most. Maybe it's YouTube, maybe your TikTok, maybe you're creating TikTok content to promote your YouTube channel. But cross promote, always use as many social media tools as you can to promote your primary money making one. Create video series. Maybe you can have a, topic A for Monday. If you're doing TikTok things about personal finance and saving and investments and stuff, you might want to have like Investment Mondays, and the same if you were doing YouTube, so just keep that in mind. If you do a series, then they'll come back for the next video in that series, which would be next Monday. Call to action. Always have something for your people to do at the end of your video. Click on something. Click on something that takes them somewhere so they can see more of your content. So connect with your audience. So these, instead of grouping and talking about it, I'm just going to go down the list. So I'm up to 24 minutes on this video. And these are things that you would do, later on, like collaborating with other TikTokers. If you just, published your first TikTok video, it's probably not a good time to collaborate with others because you have to build a following first. Collaborate with other people that have a similar number of followers than you. That'd be a good idea. Use UGC, user generated content to increase engagement. Don't always copy other ideas from other people. Generate your own content. Use the best video editing apps. Now here, you might think, video editing isn't that important, but once you decide, first of all, you should pick out a video editing app that's good for your niche, that specializes in something. If you're always doing action TikTok videos, then there are certain apps that are better for action like that. So, but once you get good at a video editing app, then it's going to make your life easier, because you can make templates and you can just drag stuff in there into a template, and it'll be your look, maybe with your color lettering schemes and stuff like that. So take advantage of the apps. It'll save you time in the long run. You have to learn the app, so it's going to take some time to learn the app to begin with, but after you get a bunch of video editing templates, maybe you're going to have 5 or 6 templates for one series, your Monday series or your Tuesday series, or whatever your subtopics are. Perform a duet with others. Again, this is like collaborating with TikTok influencers. You're not going to do that right away, but it's something that you want to keep in mind. Collaborate with content creators. Some content creators just help you create content, and they don't post videos. Their job or their application sometimes is to help you create content. So work with them. Work on your profile and your bio. So that's something you probably want to do that right away, but you should fine tune it as you go, and end up with a really good profile and a really good bio. Connect to your other social media channels to cross promote. We went over that in the last page, but this is something that you as you grow and find out where you're making the most money, and let's say it is YouTube, cross promote everything to your YouTube. Repost TikTok as UGC, user-generated content. So yeah, when you find something that's really working for you, or a really, really popular video, you can repost it or repost part of it, and add some other content to it. So this is a good trick. Find your best, most popular videos that you've posted on TikTok and repost them. Explore TikTok's paid options. There's a lot of things you can use, to join groups, join communities, and use, TikTok ads and stuff like that. So, once you get going, paying for things, it's like advertising on your YouTube channel, or advertising in Facebook. The more money you spend on advertising, the more money you're going to make. Same with TikTok. How many times a day to post on TikTok for viral videos? So this is, the one of those influencers that wrote about these points in video 1. It was based on viral videos, how to create a viral video. So how many times to post a day? This would be for viral and non-viral videos. This would just be your routine, but you can study making a viral video, and give that some effort once you have a little bit of a following. It probably doesn't pay to worry about studying viral videos too much when you're first starting out, because when you're first starting out, your video is probably not going to go viral. You need a little bit of a following first to give it a jump start. How to make a viral video on TikTok and sustain your momentum. How to build and try to make them all viral. Use TikTok ads. Yeah, pay for things. That's, kind of on the bottom on the lower left, but there's other things other than ads that you can, pay for. Follow and create challenges. You're probably not going to be ready to create a challenge when you're first. It probably is a good idea to wait and see, what kind of challenges are really, really popular. And again, you'd have to have a following to think about creating a challenge. Use stitching, to go to other, videos or other, competitors, or, put together, pieces of your work together with pieces of other people's work. You have to have their permission to do that. Share videos, again with permission. You can share an entire video, or part of a video, the intro maybe to their video, or maybe their whole video if it was really short, and put it in a longer one of yours. But you have to have permission from the user to do something like that. And try a branded hashtag challenge. So a branded hashtag would be, specific to a brand. If you want to do a, Levi's jeans hashtag, give it a shot. It's it's one way of making money, that's for sure. Okay, so that's about all I had. We're at 30 minutes now. So that's the end of TikTok initial discussion. And this is video number 2 of part 1. I appreciate your time.